thirsty no more. But this is talking about spiritual. When it talks about death in the Bible, that's a spiritual death that you have to go through. You're not talking about a physical death. None of this is physical. All of this is spiritual, because all of this is about transformation, which is to be reborn. So when I say I have resurrected the dead, that means they were spiritually dead at one point. Okay. Yeah. And I have resurrected in them now because I have the life in me. I give them life by speaking the truth, by speaking the absolute truth. I make them see. At one point in time, they was reading the Bible with a blind eye. But now they can see. You ever heard somebody say, "Oh, I was blind, but now I can see"? You ain't never heard? Yeah. Oh, I can hear now. That means you have understanding at some point. Everything that you see and hear, when it becomes spiritualized, you always do that. Oh, okay, I understand what you're saying now. Oh, I see what you're saying.
That's why I said every time he came on, it was like, okay, I knew it was. I didn't want to listen to your live because I'm like, you know what? I don't want to be confused with all these different teachings, because we got these Hebrew Israelites, we got all these different people coming on and teaching. But it was like something about your teaching that was like, okay, he kind of makes sense, because I do understand. I see the spiritual part, what you're saying, but to just take out the flesh part 100%, I can't find myself to do that.
Why? Because that's what you're supposed to do, sis. You supposed to do that. You got to take the fleshly out to understand the spiritual. I don't need to be trying to teach you nothing fleshly. I got to teach you the spiritual, because we're worshiping the spirit in truth. The true worshipers, John 4:24, the true worshipers are going to worship the Father in spirit and in truth. They're not going to worship no Father in fleshly. They're not going to follow.
I agree.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I got to just
fleshly is because of what Eve did. So we became fleshly. We're no longer spiritual.
Yeah, but that's the emotions. Stop thinking of a woman that's naked. That's the emotions that took over the intellect, that took over the mind, which we do on a daily basis sometimes. We act out of emotions. So we make wrong decisions. And that's
so when he said I would bring enmity between you and the woman, who was he referencing? What emotion was he referencing that to?
What, you talking about the ego and the emotions? You talking about the talking snake?
When Genesis, in the beginning of Genesis, I think Genesis 2, when after eating the apple or whatever, of course I know the apple is spiritual, Jesus told Eve, or told the serpent, or whatever it was, I would bring enmity between you and the woman. I would break whatever he said. Let me look for it. In Genesis, you know.
Where you at? Let's go to the verse. I'm going to go to the verse real fast.
Genesis 3.
Okay.
Verse 15.
Genesis 3. Verse 15.
You and the woman. Isn't that a foreshadow of Christ?
Man and the woman, because thou seed and her seed, he shall bruise the head, and thou shalt bruise his heel. Okay, so we got to read up so we can get a better understanding. Because remember, Christ is the higher consciousness. Right? So let's go. Hold on. Where's my phone? Okay. Let's go get. This is Hebrew now. So we in the Old Testament. When we in the Old Testament, you translate the words into Hebrew, because the Old Testament is original. Right. The Old Testament is original. Yeah. But the New Testament, remember, to translate that into Greek.
Correct.
All right. So let's go look. Let's go get the. Have you? Well, you already been here. So I'm going to get the strong coordinates for this word, so we can find out. That's how we do it. This is how we study. So 3, and you said 15, right?
What are you translating it with?
I'm going to get the strong coordinates for this. For that word.
Okay. Which word? The enmity?
The word, which is the 15. Hold on. Let's see. Yeah, we're going to get that. So you got your computer on you?
I do.
Okay, so I want you to go. Dang, mess me up. Go back. Okay, I want you to go to the strong coordinates of Hebrew 342.
The, what am I typing? The strong what?
You're gonna look at Strong's H342, which will be H342. H342. That's the strong coordinates for this word. Which we can also do H342, which is very interesting. This to be hostile, be an enemy.
Okay, I just Googled it and it said the Blue Bible or something.
Blue Letter Bible, yep, that helps. That definitely helps you. Make sure it's the right word though when you're looking at it. It's H3. There you go. Okay, which one did it give you? Did it give you 8340 or did it give you H342?
42. H342.
Okay, H342. And what did it tell you?
Enmity, hatred.
Okay, I will put enmity between thee and the woman. So hold on, let's see who is thee though. Let me go back. Let me go here. Hold on real quick. Genesis 3, because we need to find out who is thee. Let's find out who is thee first. It's the fall man. 15. Okay, so hold on, this is because you have done. Let's see, blah, blah, blah. We're gonna have to read up a little bit. This is the man says, and a woman whom you gave to be with me, she gave me some of the fruit of the tree, and I ate. That's 12. It says, then the Lord God to the woman, what is that you have done? And the woman said, the serpent deceived me, and I ate. Then the Lord God said to the serpent, because you have done this, cursed are you more than all the livestock, and more than any animal on the field. On your belly you shall go, and dust you shall eat in all of the days of your life. And I will make, basically this puts it it says enemies of you and the woman, and of your offspring and her descendants. He shall bruise you on the head, and you shall bruise him on the heel. Okay, so now, what did I tell you the woman represents in this?
You said eating.
Emotions, right? Which is eating. Okay. So the Lord God Almighty has talked to the who though? Who's the serpent? What is the serpent? The serpent is not a talking snake. So let's go back real fast. What is the serpent?
A deceiver.
Okay, the serpent is the deceiver. The serpent is the ego. The serpent is the lower self. Now, why does God want to make enemies with the woman and the ego? Why do he wants to think about it now? Think about what I'm saying, because it's gonna come to light. I don't want to try to give it to you. I'm trying to lead you to the pond and then you drink. Why do God want to separate ego and emotions? Why do you separate things like that? Matter of fact, just think about this. Forget them two. Why do you separate from people?
Peace.
Peace. Okay. Peace, right? And because you and that man can't get along, right? Okay. Now, if an ego and emotions come together, that creates what?
Chaos.
Abomination. Chaos too, but abomination, right? So if I got emotions right now, the only reason, let me explain this to you. That's why I know I am he. The only reason y'all come to me as y'all do is because I don't act out of emotions. And I actually I didn't actually learn it the way I'm teaching you. I just did it. It was just something in me. I don't get up here and act out of emotions and have an ego with it.
You are right. That's following you for a minute and you do not.
Right. So right there tells you clearly that ego and emotion don't go together. See that?
Yeah, I see it.
It don't go together because that's a big combination, ain't it? See it now?
I see it.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's what that is. So that's why he separated those. That's why he separated those two right there. Because you can't have those two. Those two don't need to marry. Those two don't need to bond together. That ain't a good thing. And then as we continue, we start talking about the offspring of the woman or the descendants of the woman. That is something that the emotions birth.
That birth.
See that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I always wondered why Cain, where did Cain get, I mean, was it Cain? Yeah, where did he get those emotions to kill his brother? You understand?
There you see. There you go. I like that.
I told you,
I like that.
There's a lot of things
But
you
just-
said I did agree on. However, it was just the 100% removing flesh out of it is like, okay, I can't see it 100% how you're trying to teach it, you know?
That's what I'm saying. But it ain't, as long as right now, as long as you are now listening more, you already, you made the biggest step, sis, from something you've been practicing for a long time. People don't make a step. You got to understand that. That's the biggest step that you could make. It's the first one.